wake of the latest mass shooting, there are growing calls for lawmakers to act to stop the gun violence. And right now, the Senate is now considering measures that would expand background checks on gun resales and make you wait longer to get a gun. But as Joe Ripley explains, it is unlikely that these will pass since gun control traditionally means strong resistance even after shootings like this.
There's no need for this. This carnage in America, has got to stop.
Andy Pelosi is executive director of the Campaign to Keep Guns Off Campus. For the last decade, the group has urged lawmakers at every level to enact gun control.
The gun lobby's got a huge grip on many politicians, whether they be local, state, or federal officials in this country.
Pelosi says every instance of proposed gun reform in Congress has met resistance after mass shootings. In 2017, President Trump was able to ban bump stocks under the Justice Department, but Pelosi says it's not enough. He'd like to see a ban on military-style weapons and high-capacity magazines, like what the Uvalde shooter used, plus stronger background checks on resales through gun shows and the internet, and more resources for schools.
If a person is going to carry out an evil deed, they will do it. They will find an illegal way to acquire that gun.
Georgia Republican Congressman Barry Loudermilk says guns are not the problem. He points to tackling mental health, technology, and environmental safeguards, along with properly trained armed security.
Better cooperation between the school systems and local law enforcement. Better coordination between local law enforcement and federal law enforcement in some of these, especially to look up what are the signs, what are the indicators that may be out there.
I think we can pass common sense gun legislation and act on mental health. We can provide more resources for mental health for people who need it. It's not taken as a top priority in America, and neither is gun violence.
Gun reform advocates like Courtney Spriggs and Andy Pelosi say, above all, action needs to happen, and they'd like to see it start with stronger gun control laws.
It's not the panacea, in my view, but it is an important piece of this puzzle.
Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
For the latest updates on this developing story, be sure to download the 11 Alive News app. It's free in your app store.